Welcome to the newsletter. Ukraine accuses Russia of planning to send troops from Belarus. On Channel HT New, Ukraine accuses Russia of planning to send troops stationed in Belarus to areas controlled by Moscow. On November 27, the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine alleged that Russia appeared to be planning to move some units and personnel stationed in Belarus to territories controlled by Moscow. It is expected that the Russian forces operating in the territories under Moscow's control will be strengthened when Russia moves units from the territory of the Republic of Belarus, after they are fully capable of fighting, Ukraine said. Russia has not yet commented on the statement from Ukraine. This news comes in the context of both Russia and Ukraine facing casualties in terms of numbers after more than 9 months of hostilities and a harsh winter is approaching. Earlier this month, General Mark Milley, chairman of the U.S. Joint Chiefs of Staff, said that the number of Russian servicemen killed and wounded after months of war with Ukraine may have exceeded 100,000, and the Kiev side seems to have suffered similar casualties. Mr. Milley said that this is a war that causes great loss of life, while both sides of Russia and Ukraine have their own announcements about each other's casualties. However, these numbers are often quite different from each other. Tensions between Russia, Belarus, Kiev and the West escalated sharply in recent times when Moscow opened a military operation in Ukraine from the end of February. Belarus confirmed that it had participated in the military operation in Ukraine, but did not regulate direct combat troops. Belarus affirmed that the most important goal of Minsk is to prevent the conflict from spreading to Belarusian territory, and at the same time to protect its people from the risk of attack from unfriendly countries in the region. Besides, as an ally of Moscow, Minsk affirmed that it will not allow anyone to attack the Russians from behind on the territory of Belarus. Last month, Belarus announced the creation of a joint military force with Russia to counter the growing threat from NATO on its western border. Ukraine called on Belarus not to participate in Russia's hostilities, warning that it would respond if the above scenario happened. After months of fighting, tensions between Russia and Ukraine still show no signs of abating. Confrontations on the battlefield are still very fierce. Meanwhile, the peaceful negotiation plan to resolve the Ukraine crisis has not yet made any positive progress. The two sides are in conflict with each other about the conditions to be able to negotiate. In the past time, Ukraine has made some progress when countering Russia in Kharkov, Kherson. Observers say that with the momentum on the battlefield, Ukraine can gain a greater advantage at the negotiating table. However, Russia is said to be actively reducing the pace of the war, to have time to prepare for the newly mobilized recruits in the past time, as well as to add military equipment and weapons to conduct the war. Large-scale counterattack when the cold winter is over. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel, share to support and update the latest videos from the HT News channel.